Good day and welcome to Chess Corner. In today's game, we have a game from FIDE Candidates 2024. This is actually a game from Grandmaster Vidit against Grandmaster Gukesh, an encounter in round 8. Both Indian players who basically qualified for the candidates, and who's going to win the candidates will basically challenge our current world champion, which is Grandmaster Ding Liren. Well, let's get right into it and let's see what happened to their game. So here we have e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6 was played, and now bishop c4. So an Italian game, knight f6, d3, and now a6. We have castle, and now h6, probably just to prevent the possibility of going bishop g5 as well as knight g5. So here we have e4, bishop c5, and now bishop e3 right away. Challenging the bishop here on c5. So here we have d6 only by Gukesh, and now knight bd2, a simple developing move, and now castle. You have c3, and now rook e8, d4 now attacking the bishop, and here, of course, you have several options. You can either just capture the bishop, you can retreat it to b6, you can go a7, but I think this is the most logical move. You just simply capture, and then capture. Bishop e6 now, the same idea. You would like to eliminate the bishop on c4. And now we have b5 first, and now knight b8, capture on e6, recapture on e6. And then we have queen c2, knight bd7, d4 now. So Vidit decided to basically attack in the middle of the board. And now we have queen e8 only, rook e1, capture, recapture, rook a5. An excellent move because first off, you're actually attacking the pawn. Second, you're trying to maximize the control here on the only open pile because, well, you can actually slide the queen to a8. For sure, you can also do something about this rook later. So here we have c4, and now queen to a8. You have h3, and now rook e8. We have king h2. Well, not the best move as per computer evaluation here. The main suggestion here is actually to go knight to b1, and after rook a2, you can just simply slide the queen to d3. Because right now the knight is, especially this knight on d2, is not doing much. So here we have king h2 anyway, and now c5, rook f2. Probably the idea is to double up the pieces here on the f file. But now we have rook to a2, queen d3, rook a3 again attacking the queen. But now we have queen b1, so you can't attack the queen now because you can't go a1. It will be just simply capture. So here we have queen to a4, gaining more space on the queen side. Knight h4, and now rook a8. So right now, black has a complete control on this only open pile, and it looks like the best continuation for white is to basically counter on the king side. So here we have knight f5 now, and now king to f8 only. Rook f1, and now rook to a1. Queen d3 was played, and now queen to b4. So this queen actually can go to b2 at some point, or maybe c1 if the rook on f1 is not there. Well, let's see. So here we have capture, and now rook to a1. If we're gonna take a look at the position, this rook is very powerful. It's actually controlling the only open pile here on a file, and it's actually controlling here also on the back rank. So here we have c5, not the best move as per computer evaluation. So here we have capture, and now knight c4. After knight c4, now queen e1. And if you're gonna take a look at the position, the first threat here is to capture the rook. That's one. Second, you can go with a check on g1. You can also go with a check here on h1. And now if you're going to take a look at the position of the king, the only way for the king to go is to go g3. So here, basically, black will have the option to even play h5 to prevent the king from going to g3. And for sure, there's actually a check here on h1 or on g1, and it will be checkmate. So here we have rook e2, which is not the best move in the position. And even if you're gonna take a look at the position, prior to this move, it's very hard for white to basically look for the best defense, because right now it is actually hopeless for white. But let's see why. So here we have rook e2. So after rook e2, we'll have a check on g1. So only move would be going to g3. After g3, we have knight to h5, another check. So here, king has to move. We have h4, now threatening to capture this knight. But now we have this move, knight df6, so adding additional attacker close to the king, defending the knight still. So here we have knight takes h6, played by Vidit. Well, I'm actually not really sure why he played it, because I don't see a clear like idea why he sacrificed the knight. But let's see why. So here we have queen g3, or queen h2 rather, with the idea of queen g3 checkmate. So here the only way for you to defend it is by playing knight f5. So you can check right now. So here in this position, Gukesh found another good move, which is f1. So what's the idea behind rook f1? He would like to capture the knight at some point, and then check on g3 will be checkmate. So here we have g4. So if you're gonna take a look at the position, what is the threat? The threat is first, discovered attack on the queen. Second, attacking this knight on h5. So how are we gonna solve this? How black can continue with the attack? So here, if you're gonna take a look at the position, the king is not going anywhere. It's only probably g5. So here, actually Gukesh found the best move by rook takes f5. A double exclamation, because if you're gonna take a look at the position, you can capture the queen, but if you're gonna capture, then you're gonna run into checkmate in one by g5. So here the only continuation is to capture the rook, but after capturing the rook, it looks like you can check here on g3, but the king can still run this position. But Gukesh actually found the only move to continue with the checkmate, and that's with a check first on g3. So king g5. After king g5, this is actually mate in 2. You can actually pause the video if you want to. So here, we have a check on h7. Check again. So here, you really need to capture the knight. And in this position, it's actually checkmate in 1. Well, you can check it with a g6, but that's not the best move. We have queen to h3, and that's checkmate. Well, that's our game for today. I hope you like it. Thank you for watching Chess Corner, and please consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye now.